So Wonder Woman 1984 is the sequel to the movie that came out in 2017, and it's about Wonder Woman trying to get this wish-granting stone out of the hands of this powerful businessman, Maxwell Lord. So I've been super excited to watch this movie because I really enjoyed the first one, and what intrigued me about this movie is the cast, because of course you have Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I think she was casted perfectly for this character. She's my Wonder Woman, you'll hear no complaints about her from me. And I was impressed with Pedro Pascal as Maxwell Lord because he had this great charisma with the character, and I liked how he portrayed someone who isn't inherently evil. They just want to make a name for themselves, but they get crazy with greed. But I was most impressed with Kristen Wiig as Cheetah because she's a comedic actress and the character she plays as is a bloodthirsty killer, so I had my doubts. But at points in this movie I could see that she could pull off this role. She has that "I'm gonna kill everybody" attitude tucked away in her pocket. I just wish this movie did more with the character to allow her to demonstrate it, but this movie cages the cheetah. What kills me about this movie is that it's 2.5 hours long, and Wonder Woman isn't doing a lot of wondering, if you know what I mean. The movie focuses more on Wonder Woman dealing with the loss and sudden reappearance of her lover Steve Trevor, and her investigating this wish-granting stone. And these scenes are very slow. Like, there are a bunch of instances where a scene makes its point, and it should end, but it continues on, and it drags out the watch time. Like, the plot doesn't really go forward until an hour into the movie. For example, there's this scene where Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor are flying a jet through fireworks, and it's a beautiful shot, and it's romantic because Steve is from World War I time and she's giving him this new experience, and I'm like, oh, that's sweet. And the scene should end there. But for some reason, it just keeps going on, and they're just flying, and it just won't stop. And I'm like, looking at my clock, I'm like, I get it, they're in love. Can we move on, please? And that's just one scene. 2 hours and 20 minutes of this movie are exactly like that. And to make matters worse, when it finally got to those very few action scenes, it did not make it worth sitting through all that nothingness. This movie has some of the weakest superhero fight scenes that I've seen, and that hurts my heart because Wonder Woman is an awesome hero, and the fight scenes in the first movie were really cool. And I don't know how come this didn't translate to the sequel, because how she fights in this movie is very reserved and slow, instead of fighting like Wonder Woman and punching dudes through walls and yeeting tanks. Wonder Woman wasn't demonstrating her power in this movie, and this was especially true in the final battle between her and Cheetah, because in the comics, Wonder Woman goes after Cheetah. It's always a big brawl. But in this movie, Wonder Woman is hiding behind her shield for half the battle, and I'm like, girl, you better get from behind that shield. And then the next half of the battle is just the two of them running around, swinging on wires, not really hitting each other. These two are supposed to be arch enemies. One is an Amazonian god, and the other is this human cheetah hybrid. How did they make this boring? Overall, this breaks my heart because I really enjoyed the first movie, and I thought the director Patty Jenkins was the chosen one to save us from mediocre DCEU movies. But this falls into that hole. I'm so disappointed that I'm getting a migraine. Wonder Woman 1984 is softer than soft. This is moist! Thanks for watching. Click right here to watch more reviews. And to see new reviews, click right here to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything.